Sorry, I cut out. So I'm back. What I was going to say is we have to take the time, y'all, for ourselves, for everybody around us, and you'll see how just implying or implementing rather this short little bit of advice, this simple piece of advice will drastically change the way your day turns out and the way you feel about yourself. And that is just be nice to people. Take a second to acknowledge somebody walking across the street or walking up the street towards you, or running into somebody at a red light, looking over. I know we think that staying in our own bubble, in our own world, is really for the best. And I'm not saying to dive into a full-fledged conversation with everybody you meet across the street, but if you're running into somebody or you're right next to somebody crossing the street or at a red light, nod your head, say hello, smile at them, because you never truly know what anybody else has been going through in their day, or in their life, and how much old baggage people are just clinging on to, and how much of a difference and an impact just your simple acknowledgement or head nod or handshake or a hug can give to somebody, how much hope it could just, inject into their life out of nowhere. And you feel it too, guys. Human connection is really the coolest thing that we have in this world. To be able to emotionally connect with another human being or animals. But for right now, we'll stick on the subject of human to human interaction. Myself, I can tell you guys a quick little story. I was walking home from the library the other day, and I saw this lady. She was walking up, and in my, preconceived notion, in my mind, I had this preconceived notion, this idea that, she's probably homeless. Look at her, and we all have these subconscious judgments before we even meet anybody. So that's what I was thinking without even being conscious of it. So I was just trying to stay looking down, trying to pass her right up. And as we started, getting closer to passing each other, crossing each other's paths rather, I looked at her, and when I saw her eyes, y'all, it just, man, it made me realize, it hit me really hard in my soul that this is just another extension of myself. This is just another human being. And yeah, she may not have on the flashiest or prettiest dress or outfit or hat or scarf, but by golly, this is another human being. And I stopped, and I was just like, hey. She was probably like, hey. So she didn't say anything to me for a second. She was literally just staring at me, like looking at me. And then she asked, because I guess she didn't expect me to stop, she asked, do you know where the library is? And I literally just got back from the library. So I was like, yeah. If you actually go down Sunset and take a right past Detroit, you will literally run right into it. And this was a few blocks away, maybe like a 10-minute walk. And I realized that I was just assuming she had a smartphone like me, and that she could, whip up Waze and put in the address and have a navigator. So she was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I decided to just keep walking, and I turned around and walked right back up to her. I was like, do you have navigation on your phone? And she was like, I don't. And I was like, it's okay, I do. I can help you look it up. So I looked up the address, showed it to her, and I asked her, I was like, so you go to the library pretty often? And again, I had this preconceived notion, like, oh, she's probably just going to the library to chill, to find a place to rest, whatever. Turns out she was quite a fan, quite a cunning bibliophile she was, and she laid a lot of information on me from old school stuff like R.L. Stein, Goosebumps, to Moby Dick, to, I mean, she was just having me deep in conversation, and I didn't expect that at all. And just to see her get that much conversation out of me, and for me to get that much out from her, I'll probably never see her again, but just that human interaction, it made my day. It turned my whole month around because it's been a tough month. It has. I'm not even going to try to front and act like it's been smooth sailing. It's been an emotional, transformative last couple of months for me, especially August, especially this last month that passed. And, I've been a lot to myself. Um, it's really just been me and my grind, and I've been at it. So to have this type of human interaction, this connection with another soul, and to really get this bit of, you know, emotion out of her, it made my day. Like I said, it made my month. It melted my heart. I'm getting emotional just talking about it, thinking about it right now. And, to make a big old Yui and wrap around this story, the point I'm trying to really nail down here is, be nice, say hello. That whole conversation from me to considering walking on, to giving her that little bit of advice, to turning back around, probably did not even take 4 full minutes. But it seemed like such a long time. The connection was smile at somebody, as I've said before, walking by them, just a quick little, hey, maybe not like that. That might scare them, but just a nice little genuine smile can go a long ways, guys. Anyways, we're at 7 minutes. I didn't want to make this too long. Maybe stretched it out a bit, but again, that's my point. Smile. Smile in the morning, smile in the shower. Just the act of smiling, guys, it puts you in a different state of mind. It primes your emotions, it primes your brain to be vibrating at a much higher frequency. And therefore, you will attract other things and situations and people that are also vibrancy. So take this message, guys, and just smile. Love y'all so much. Peace.